Ah, Disney. We all love Walt Disney Animation Studios. Over 60 animated classics in over 80 years. But not all Walt Disney movies are the same, so we're gonna rank all Walt Disney classics. But we're not gonna do it all in one video. There are too many movies to make it in one video, so we'll split it up in Disney ages. It's common knowledge that we have different Disney ages. We have the Golden Age, we have the Silver Age, the Bronze or Dark Age, the Renaissance, the Post-Renaissance and the Revival era. And the Wartime era, but I'm not gonna include the Wartime age because there are only package movies in that era, and I'm not gonna include any package movies or sequels. So that means we're not gonna see Fantasia, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The Rescuers Down Under, Frozen 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2. We're not gonna do that. I'm sorry. But all other movies are gonna be included in this ranking video. So let's start with the Golden Age. A little backstory. Walt Disney became famous in the 1920s and 30s with his animated shorts with Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck and of course Goofy. And he wanted to go to the next level. So in 1937 he had the fantastic and revolutionary idea to make an animated movie called Snowwhite and the Seven Dwarfs. And so the Golden Age started. The Golden Age ended prematurely because World War II ended all possibilities for Walt Disney to continue, but after the war he continued in the Silver Age. But now we rank the Golden Age. There are 4 movies in this age if we are excluding Fantasia: Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, Dumbo and of course Bambi. So I'm Brent, let's begin with the Golden Age ranking. At the last place we have Dumbo. While this is definitely the weakest movie of the Golden Age, it is certainly not a misfire. Dumbo is a good movie but not great. It is a very basic movie with a memorable emotional song, Baby Mine, in the middle. It is a very short movie with not a lot of character development, but we have a good enough story. We follow the little elephant, Dumbo, who has giant ears and learns to fly with them. Everyone bullies him, including the other elephants. His only friend is the mouse Timothy, a very memorable character. While Dumbo is never boring, there are some sequences who overstay their welcome. Most notably is the pink elephant scene, because what the heck were they smoking while animating this? It goes on for too long and doesn't contribute to the plot. I don't mind the African American crows, although they are a product of their time. Dumbo is of all Golden Age movies the most dated. At the third place we have Bambi, one of my childhood favorites. While Bambi tells a very basic story about a deer living in the forest, it has a lot of charm. Of course, we all remember the traumatic death scene of Bambi's mother, but I think we mustn't underestimate the importance of Bambi's father. His dad is always absent except when you need him the most. Portraying man as an invisible, horrible force of nature is also very good. That is how humans are for animals. Bambi has some funny songs and cute animals, but it doesn't reach the top 2. Our runner-up is going to be Pinocchio. While Pinocchio is indeed a classic, I don't think it holds up in all regards. The story of a wooden puppet who has to resist temptations is of course memorable, but it also makes the movie very episodic. We go from one antagonist to another. To the movie's credit, they are all very memorable. Honest John and Gideon are funny deceivers, and who could forget the giant whale Monstro? The Italian villain Stromboli and Pleasure Island with his devilish coachman are also very good. This movie has a heart, certainly when we see the Blue Fairy and her song When You Wish Upon a Star, the unofficial theme song for Walt Disney Studios. I just think one Golden Age movie is better. And of course that's going to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the most historically important animated movie of all time and the best of this era. A lot of typical Disney things came from this movie. We have a princess, a wicked stepmother, a handsome prince and funny side characters. Snow White has not a lot of personality and the witch doesn't get a lot to do in this movie, but they are serviceable. The dwarfs all have their differences and all are memorable. This movie has good songs, and while it is dated in some aspects, it's still a great movie that everyone should see. And that was the ranking of the Disney Golden Age. I'll see you next time when we rank the Silver Age. I thought it was a better idea to rank all the Disney movies in their ages, because otherwise it won't be fair to compare something as revolutionary and good as Frozen with something so dated like Dumbo, so I didn't think that was fair. So I'll see you next time in the Silver Age. Bye bye!